Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, July 16th, 2014. U.S. stock market is closed. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at all-time record highs today. Drum roll. Big deal. This is about as boring a day as comes. You know, this market is setting new highs and it's as dull. It's like watching paint dry. It is not a good market for us and we're not making money in it. Now, having said that, we're not losing much money either, but I really want to see something happen with this market because it's really difficult to trade. Dow Jones Industrial Average made 77 points today and closed at a record high. We ended up closing out over $5,000 negative trades. We only had 2 trades. I mean, thank God. Back in March, we had these kinds of days and we had 35 positions, and that was hell. You know, we lost a lot of money. Losing $5,000 in a day, that's nothing. We can make that up in a flick of a hand when these markets get going, but right now it's just like it's dead. We are carrying negative $717 going into tomorrow. We took 5 new positions today. 3 of them are negative and 2 of them just barely positive. The negatives aren't bad. They're just little negatives. The positives aren't good. They're just little positives. Nothing's happening. The problem is that we got these the overall market is at all-time record highs, and there's all kinds of short sellers coming in, thinking this is it. It's going to sell off, and there's also a lot of people taking profit. So at these levels, the market just can't make headway. But at the same time, it won't go down either, and that just it's driving me crazy. We keep bumping our head on the ceiling. The market can't go. There just isn't enough energy for it to really take off and have us make money. So anyway, something's going to happen. Something will happen. We're going to have our good days, but this is very frustrating. I'll continue this complaint about these markets and show you the chart. Okay, we're looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average here. And before I talk about today too much, I just want you to notice here, we have a pattern now for 3 days running that we have a hard time with it. It's this big run up right at the very beginning of the day, first 15 minutes. Almost all the positive buying is done, and then the market ends up pulling back, not dramatically, but it pulls back for the rest of the day, and there's no follow-through on this big push up at the beginning of the day. Saw the same thing yesterday, absolutely the same thing, deeper pullback yesterday, but it did come back, and then this morning, same darn thing, up she goes, and the market established a high here. It came back, looked like it might take out that high. It could not take out that high. And it's just like, excuse me. All these opportunists are coming in here thinking this is the place to short the market or to take profits. And, in a very short term, they may be right, but they're going to be dead wrong in any significant time out of even just a few days. This market, the Dow's going to take out these highs. All stocks are going to move higher, but right now it's like we're stuck up against the ceiling, very, very high. It won't come back down, but it doesn't want to go much higher or move higher with any conviction. So that's proving very tough for us. And all I can say is that we've been in this position before, But the difference being is we had tons of positions, and in defense of my system, I'll say what's happening right now, we're not making money, but we're not holding a whole pile of positions. We only had 2 coming into today. We have 5 going into tomorrow. The system is kind of stepping back and not getting real involved with this market that doesn't want to go anywhere, and it will get really involved with it. If it does what I want it to do, what I want this market to do, and of course, that's not to say it's going to do it, but I'd like to see this thing sell off at least a couple hundred points, and then consolidate a little at a lower level, and then blast off and take out these highs. Darn thing closed near its high today. I mean, normally I would say, yeah, it's going higher, but I just don't see any power coming into this market to take it up there. Anyway, enough of my complaints. I don't have any good trades at all. We had 2 for 2 losers today, and what we closed out, and we got into 5 new trades. 3 of them are winners, but they're winners like a few $100. That's all. That's it. We don't have anything that's moving. And then we had a couple losers. And losers aren't bad, but they're just mildly negative. But like nothing is really doing anything with any conviction. Anyway, I will show you my one complaint market for today. This is CSIQ, Canadian Solar. Yesterday this thing pops up on the open. We buy pop-ups. We bought the open. It went against us immediately, and then it basically went sideways. We weren't holding. We were actually holding a small loss on this on the close. But this morning, hey, it jumps up here. It looks like, hey, it's going to go. But this is not a going market. The short sellers and the profit takers come in, and it sells off, and we end up taking a small loss on it. And we've just seen this pattern repeated over and over again recently, and it's been very frustrating. Anyway, that's my complaint for today. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you all tomorrow on Thursday.